You are not going to believe this. Joseph Clyde, AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Wednesday, May 27th. Just look at this chemtrail mess already at 7:30 in the morning. Look at the wisps. Look at the trails everywhere. Everywhere there's trails. Look at this. Look at this tanker had to go through here to put this out. Look at the chemtrail mess. My God. Look at this. My God, I'm going back to bed. This is ridiculous. All right, I've come out 3 hours later, and look at the friggin' sky. The only hole in the grid is a little bit of blue. It's all completely chemtrail soot all over the sky. This is not overcast, people. This is chemtrail soot, and you can see it right there as the chemtrail starting to collapse and fall to the ground. This is total disgust that people would actually put up with this. That's why I bring you these videos.
Good afternoon, everyone. Joe Clyde here, AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel, showing you the satellite weather report. We're a little late, had a late start. Woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to beautiful blue skies, and then I heard a bunch of noise, and the jets were out. You saw what has transpired over just a few hours. Look at the two segments before this weather report, and you'll see what I mean. But you can see what's going on. You can see why we have this weather. They sprayed, they're spraying, they're spraying. You can see where they're spraying up from the south and moving it on over through New Mexico. That's where I'm at. Little bit of hole in the grid. California not hit that hard. Washington not hit that hard. They had moved the stuff all the way in the center. Hole in the grid. Minnesota, some little pieces of Wisconsin, Iowa, some Illinois. And you see that east coast there, that's all coming up the pipe. See that right there? I'm pretty sure that'll be over here in Maine and right on the coast. As they continue to swirl that stuff off the water, contaminating everything. Look, they're still making it rain down in that Gulf. Look at that. I mean, enough's enough. People need to take a stand now. I'm tired of waking up and breathing this friggin' soot. To further document the bogus weather channel. I don't even know why people even watch this on TV anymore. Again, we're just concerned with the condition of the time. 1:45 right there. And it says a little bit of sun and cloudoids, even at 1 o'clock. Well, we're going to go out there right now and show you how wrong this is. Look at the gray clouds. They're no longer white to condition you.
It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, March 27th. You saw the first thing in the morning where I showed you. I was so disgusted. I didn't get out till now. Look at the friggin' sky. All gray. The only hole in the grid is right here. You can see some of the wisps. It's already broken apart from that grid. Look at that. That's not clouds. That's chemtrail soot. The edge of the grid all white for now. Soon to be black once it gets to a lower altitude. Way in the back here you can see a chemtrail that he guy sprayed over there. I mean, come on. Look way in the back horizon where the other part of the grid is. I don't even have to mention it as I pan around to the northern sky. Still a little bit of hole in the grid. Some cloudoids way in the back. Black soot falling from the sky right now. Look at over here. You can see the soot. You can see it falling. Let me back it off so it'll focus in better. Let me give it a chance to focus in. Now you can see the soot. This is midday here. Big cloudoid bunch they put together back in there. That'll be nasty when that all collapses. Going into the eastern sector, you can see nothing but chemtrail soot falling out of those bunches there. Look at that. Isn't this just nasty? This should have been a clear, absolutely clear blue sky when I woke up this morning until it got to this. Look at the soot back there. Look at that grid. Look at the soot up here falling. See that over there? Look at that. That's all soot, and it's midday. Can you imagine what this is going to be like later? Absolutely notorious. Well, it's 2 o'clock. It's time for the red bad boys, but they've been spraying non-stop since this morning, and you see what I see. Nothing but gray soot in the sky. Sun's trying to break it through, but they got it so thick that it just can't happen. And that's all done by design, people. You can see the shit falling out of those chemtrails, just making it dark. On the top of here, one little good thing we got for today, we got our dove back. Soon he'll be dead. Soon everything will be dead. If we don't stop these criminals from doing this. It's 3 o'clock. Chemtrailing's starting to ease up a bit, but not that much, as there's a guy right up here spraying some plume again. There he is. Somewhere in there he is. Spraying some plume. Look at the sky. Get it out of the sky, people. You saw what they did earlier. Here's that southern sector. You can still see the soot just drooping. These trails are drooping with soot. The only hole in the grid is right here in that northern sector. Look at that. Look at the wisps. Look at the orange peel. See the orange peel? As the trails all start to break apart, you get that orange peel effect. See that? And it's all wisping away. Look at these wisps. These are right over top of me. Most of this stuff's already fell. I got a headache. Just curious if other watchers of my videos get headaches too. Let me know. But this mix, what they're using today, is so nasty. So nasty. Look at this guy spraying. It's about 4 o'clock, a little after 4. The sky is cleared out somewhat after the disastrous morning that they sprayed. Chemtrail plume right there. And we'll be back shortly. It's about 5 o'clock and they're still spraying all day. Look, they're trying to cover up the blue as it blew over. The blue skies have returned. And we know why that is. They don't want us to see what's up there. They're cutting down on the vitamin D3 content to make our bodies more susceptible to disease, and they're just keep on spraying. You might want to look at that. Look at the rail right next to it. See the rail? Yeah. Then wisps up here, already broken up chemtrail there. Look at that wisp. And then we got a guy right over here. There he is right there. Silver bullet. Let me just show you his plume first, then we'll get him. He ain't going anywhere. I got this guy. Head over to the plume. He's inside the plume as they cross. He should be coming out as they mark the X somewhere. Let me back it off as he comes through. There he is. See how he covertly did that? And now his plumes are off. Imagine that. There you go. He saw the plume, and now he's not spraying. Do you see that, people? It's a blue bottom silver bullet. He sprayed and let it go. There's his plume. See, he actually let go right at the cross point. Right there. He stopped the plume. He knew exactly what he was doing. Exactly what he was doing. And people don't see this because they never look up. Look at that soot back in that southern horizon just falling from the sky. My God, it's a shame. Here's something a little unusual. You see the chemtrail here? Let me follow it over. Let it focus. Look at the wisps going upward instead of downward. Imagine that. And that'll just eventually will invert and fall flat on down to earth. Look at that chemtrail disbursement. All right, this is what I'm talking about. They wrecked the whole day, and they're still spraying. But look, get a load of this. I don't know if you can see this or not. With the naked eye, you can. In front of the jet, you can see a dark trail. And their plumes are following exactly into the trail. Do you see that? I don't know if you're picking it up or not. Let me see if I can zoom it in a little more. But ahead of the jet is the plume. Invisible plume. It's almost as if they're following a line. It's already there. Or they're using a laser to guide them. This is really getting high tech. And now a guy coming up here. Look at this. Come on, enough's enough. Let me back it off. Sun's at my back, can't see him. I gotta kind of angle him in. Let's see what we got here. But he's up there, there he is, nonetheless. So we got that guy, silver bullet. This guy back here, still spraying. It's just not gonna stop. Look at these cloud noise disbursement. See all that? Yep, you got it. Same old song and dance. It's about 6 o'clock. I just got finished my workout. Skies are still polluted and we still got this guy spraying some plume. And that's not all. Okay, let me back it up.
Pan it over here, all the way to the opposite side, and guess what? We got another guy spraying. Silver bullet. As they just continue to spray and spray and spray and spray. Here's something that almost escaped me. You can see part of the grid right there. See how they X that? Just to kind of let it unfold. You don't even notice it, falls to the ground, onto the earth. Back to this guy again. Let's get a look at that plume. Yeah, spewing out. I can't tell through the little viewfinder, but it's clearly out of the back tail fin nozzle. Look at that nozzle. Look at that shit come out of there. My God, people. My God, how much more are you going to take at this? It's about 6:30 now, and I'm going to point you right in the back there and look at that same guy I got before just about 20 minutes ago. There he is down there. Shut it off and on. See how they did that to create the grid. Another guy will be scooting through there the other way to add to that mix there. Okay, let me pan it back. And does this look familiar? And you say, well, no, that looks like a cloud. No, it's not. That's that same X disbursement that I showed you before, earlier, where that jet stopped the plume right at the X point. Yeah, that's what happened. That's not a cloud. It's about, what time is it? About 7 o'clock or so, and we've got a red bad boy heading into the wisps. Maybe a silver bullet. What do we got there? Huh. Could be the reflection off the sun. But in any event, you can see he's spraying right over top of the wisps, make it a little thicker. And in the western sky, we got this guy sneaking across into the wisps. Look how covertly they're doing it after they wrecked the whole sky today. I mean, isn't enough enough? Here's that same guy coming from the east. I'm going to show you, check out the color, the different colors of the plume. And you say, well, it might be the reflection of the sun. No, it's not. We've already documented this before. It's two different plumes coming out of the two different nozzles. Look closely, it's white on the one side and red on the other if you look real close. So who knows what. And some of those jets have a little tiny plume that spews in between the two plumes. What we call the activator. Red bad boy over the moon. Look at that. Red bad boy. Actually, it looks like a silver bullet with red reflection. That's red bad boy. Where do you see it on the big screen here? Well, and he's also got his blinking lights on to make sure everybody sees him that's coming this way. Check out the color in the clouds. Yeah, there's only one reason that happens.
All right, we're back for the final documentation of the night, showing you the satellite weather report. I have 8:23 Arizona time, that's PM. And here is the time and date and Eastern Daylight Time. Do the math to correspond to the state you're in. Here we go. You can see what's going on. As the chemtrails start to move out, you saw what we had. Okay, but look at Texas. Look how notorious that is. Yeah, they talk about the flood, man-made. They made all this right up in here through the heart of the country. See all that? All that rain? All chemtrail activity. They brought all that in. Just look at the fast documentation. You can see the weather reports. You can see how it all moves in. All right, now what we're going to do, you can see in real time now how it's moving out. See how it's moving? Just remember that the gray is the pure chemtrail. The white is chemtrailed mixed with a bunch of cloudoids that they made with the moisture they gathered. That's why they put it white. Okay, the green is the rain. We already know that. And we know it's man-made. Look at this combobulation right here. I mean, how long is that going to last there? I mean, you know, my God, these people need to wake up. Look how over down the East Coast. Remember I told you they're going to hit that? See how it all moved in on the East Coast there? See that? I told you. Nobody believes me. Here's a little bit of hole in the grid there. And Washington, Oregon, actually Oregon, California, just be on the lookout because look what's coming your way. See that? That's chemtrail and cloudoids coming your way. Down Southern Cali, it's all chemtrail. See the gray? It's all chemtrail. Look how they're trying to move that. Really sucks.
All right, Joseph Clyde, AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Payne YouTube channel. Wednesday,
May 27th, 2015. You saw what happened today. This is what's left over. Just some soot. You know, so the question is why are they even doing this? We know the reasons. But, you know, it just gets old and old and old. You see the black soot falling out of these wisps. Those are chemtrail wisps. We already know this. I'm just showing you what we got. The leftover mess. And then we got this guy spraying up here. I mean, isn't enough for the day? Look at this guy. Spraying that friggin' plume. My God, enough is enough. I also noticed that, bear with me, when I film later in the evening, it's a little grainier. So just bear with the graininess, but I'll show you the plume. Bring it all the way back, and then it stops. See how that dissipated? Keep an eye on it. And bring it on over, and there's the rest of it. See how they're just, oh, it just aggravates me to see this. Yeah, it sure does. Bring it right into the line. I don't know if you can see it's grainy, but there it goes, that son of a bitch in that horizon. Heading for the West Coast. God. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.